Hello and welcome back to the modern DT&I. In this video, we're going to cover the Locomotive Roster, both conceptually and as it's modeled. The following few minutes will display the concept roster. Feel free to pause and read through the notes. If you're here for the models, go on ahead and skip to the 2-minute and 30-second mark, and I'll be back with you then. We'll discuss the concept of the modern DT&I and why all of this motive power is needed and how it came about in a later video. First up, we'll have a look at GP7's numbers 963 and 967. These are from Athearn Genesis, and apart from the weathering, are unchanged. These units are in the contract switching pool and can usually be found at one of the grain elevators along the line. Next, let's take a look at GP38-2, number 223. This one is also from Athearn Genesis, and I have added LEDs as well as ditch lights. The white frame stripe signifies that it is a modern unit, although it still retains its original block lettering. The unit is sound equipped, although I disabled the sound until I'm able to upgrade it to something that sounds better. Next is GP38-2 number 225, also from Athearn Genesis. This one has been upgraded to the star logo and currently only has an LED headlight. I have not added the ditch lights yet. This unit has lost its Nathan M3 air horn and instead now has a Nathan P5 air horn. Next is number 201. This is a GP38 from Atlas, which I have upgraded to a GP38-3. You can see the front anti-climber is the newer style as well as the rooftop air conditioner. This unit is slated to get the star logo as well as the white frame stripe as well as LED headlights and ditch lights. Here is another GP38-3 upgrade from Atlas. This one is number 204. This pretty well represents what 201 will look like once it's finished with the ditch lights, the LED upgrades, the star logo, the frame stripe, and everything. This is actually one of the oldest locomotives I have owned. I've owned this since my teenage years and I'm 41, so that just tells you how good Atlas is. Here is GP40-2 number 427, still in Ohio Central paint. This one's from Atlas as well. I have added LED headlights and ditch lights, and the unit is sound capable but currently disabled. The 427 is a former Conrail unit and came to the DT&I with the 2006 purchase of the Ohio Central. Here we have GP40-2 number 406. This one's from Athearn Genesis. It already had LED headlights and the beacon, but I did add the ditch lights there in the front. Those are from Ropedo, if you're wondering. They're very easy to install and program and everything. I also upgraded the block letter scheme to the star logo, as well as the Look, Listen, Live slogan of Operation Lifesaver. This is GP4402, also from Atlas. It is classed now as a GP40-3 and will eventually be mated up with a GP30 road slug. All 6 of the DT&I's GP40s have been upgraded to GP40-3s and are mated with these former chassis system road slugs. To this model, I changed the paint to the star logo, added the frame stripe, and added the nose bell as well as some other details. It's still pending LED headlights and ditch lights. The model also features a Leslie 5-chime air horn. This is GP40-2 421, also an Atlas model. To this model, I've added the white frame stripe, rooftop AC, nose bell, additional grabs, and some other details. It's still pending its LED headlight and ditch lights, and eventually the logo on the long hood will become the star logo. This is GP35 number 353. It's an older Athearn ready-to-run model. I have replaced the block lettering with the star logo, and it now sports a Nathan P5 air horn. It has LED ditch lights, but I have not yet changed the bulbs out of the headlights. It is a favorite for switching because it has a Locksound loco control decoder in it. This is a B39-8 from Atlas, number 800. It was custom painted and sports a Nathan K5 horn on top, LED headlights, and LED ditch lights. The 800 came to the DT&I by way of the Ohio Central purchase and came to them via LMX leasing. Next is SD35 number 300. This is an Atlas model, also a custom paint job. It sports a Leslie 5-chime horn, LED headlights, and LED ditch lights. The 300 came to the DT&I by way of the Montana Rail Link, who purchased it from the Norfolk and Western. Next is SD40-2 number 446. This is a Cato model. It has LED headlights and ditch lights, however, it does need a new motor. It sports a Leslie 3-chime horn and came to the DT&I by way of the Grand Trunk Western. This is SD60 number 603, a Wathers mainline model. It came to the DT&I by way of the Chicago and Northwestern, who sold it after being bought out by UP. You'll notice a really old cast Leslie 5-chime horn from UP on top of it. The model has LED headlights and ditch lights and is one of the best performing locomotives that I own. This is SD50 number 505, also a Wathers mainline model. This unit came to the DT&I by way of the Southern Pacific, who acquired it from the Rio Grande. The unit has LED headlights and ditch lights, and if you'll notice on the conductor side, the number 5 is slightly askew. Legend has it that when the DT&I acquired this unit, the shops broke their number 5 stencil, resulting in what you see here. This is SD60 number 605, an older Proto-2000 unit, which is now Wathers mainline. This unit came to the DT&I by way of the Chicago and Northwestern, if you couldn't tell, and is programmed to be a DPU unit. If you'll notice the rear headlight, it always stays on with function 1, and I typically run it at the end of coal trains. Let's look at some foreign power as well as some special units. This is SD60E number 6939 from Norfolk Southern. It's an Athearn Genesis model with DCC and sound. Other than a little bit of light weathering, it's exactly as I bought it. This is GP30 number 6969 in chassis system colors. It is an older Proto-2000 model and has an LED headlight. This is one of the units assigned to the scenic excursion trains. More on those in a future video. Next is GP38-2 number 1776, also from Athearn Genesis. The model has been upgraded with LED headlights and is also assigned to scenic trains and excursion trains, but occasionally can be found operating in the yard in Jackson. This is GP38 number 200, an Atlas model. The unit currently wears number 201, but I am going to renumber it to 200 since that was the first GP38 produced. It would make sense that the DT&I would want to preserve it. The unit is a custom model that I bought on eBay and features a side-mounted bell, the upper gyro light and emergency light, and the nose-mounted headlight. Next is Ann Arbor FA2s number 52 and 52A. 52 is a Rapido model and 52A is a lifelike model, which is a dummy unit. 52A features a Nathan M5 air horn, while 52 features its original single chime horns. The Rapido unit is equipped with DCC and sound, and this train set, along with the Wabash Bluebird passenger set, is typically assigned to the Traverse City dinner train. Last is 282 L1S number 317. This one's from Broadway Limited. The 317 was actually the last steam locomotive acquired by the DT&I, and it came from the Pennsylvania. The unit is equipped with DCC and sound as well as a smoke unit, and I have not weathered it at all. That about does it. That is all the models that I have currently. Feel free to take a look back at the roster and see if there are any unique ones in there that you'd like me to do in the future. As I mentioned earlier, I am going to be discussing the concept of all of this in a future video, so if you have any questions, please feel free to ask and I'll try to address them in that video. Also planning on doing a part 2 to this to feature some of the special equipment such as cabooses, maintenance of way, etc. So feel free to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.